In this video, I celebrate my non-scale victories after 125 days on the carnivore diet. And there are many. So stay tuned until the end where I reveal my proudest non-scale victory or victories and do a show and tell 1970s style. Hey, this is Dave. I'm an aspiring Appalachian Trail Thru-Hiker and a person who's using the carnivore diet in order to lose weight, and in this video show how anyone can change their health and well-being. I have included 15 of my non-scale victories. Wait for number 15. I think you'll like that one. But to get started, I have increased energy. I'm able to do all sorts of things around the house, small projects. I don't seem to run out of energy as in the past where I would basically conk out, sit on the couch, and watch YouTube videos, kind of like you may be doing right now. So if that's you, go out, take a walk, come back, finish watching my video. Just kidding, stay here. A lot of stuff to learn. Number 2, improved mental clarity. Just writing these scripts for YouTube is so much easier than when I kind of got started. I was doing blogging. I would always just take forever to write. And now doing these scripts, it's so much easier. Like I said, I was always groggy, and now I'm not. Now I can write and write and write, and now it's just a matter of staying focused because I tend to watch Bob's Burgers sometimes when I'm writing scripts. I'll stop doing that. Mental note. I'm also, number 3, I'm also in a way better mood. And I don't mean this in the, I'm bouncing around the PT clinic where I work, all happy-go-lucky and whatnot. But what I mean is I'm so much less stressed when I go for a drive. I don't feel like I have to be the first one to the light or the traffic light, and I don't feel like I have to blast off the line at the traffic light, to get in front of somebody. I take my time. I'm always early to work, except for once when I kind of misjudged the time. I don't know why I did that, but anyhow, that's what happened. Number 4, I have reduced inflammation. I had a knee injury some time ago. I can't even remember how it started, but it would always ache after a long hike, and that's pretty much gone. I do have other new injuries from hiking because I've been putting in a lot of time on the trail, and those don't seem to bother me as bad as I suspect they would have in the past. With that said, I am way less sore after a 10-mile mountainous hike than I was even in April before I started the carnivore diet. And especially after I get out of the car after driving for 2 hours, I'm not hobbling around like I used to. I can clean up my stuff, put it all away, and then get ready for the next hike. If you could smash the like button and subscribe, I'd totally appreciate it. That's number 5. Actually, no, just kidding. But yes, subscribe if you could. Number 5, but seriously, enhanced digestion. As a carbohydrate person in the past, I had lots of gas. This is what it is. So much less gas, so much less bloating, and I don't have any reflux. Every once in a while, if I ate like a heavy carbohydrate meal, it felt like it was coming up. I'm calling it reflux. I don't know what a doctor would call it other than I feel like there's like acid crawling up my throat. So I don't have that because I don't eat big, heavy carbohydrate meals. Number 6, improve skin health. I haven't had any acne in months. I don't generally get acne, but every once in a while, I'll have, something pop up, and I haven't had that in months. I do still have some other skin issues that I'm working on, so to speak, and that will be more through healing my gut. I believe I have a lot of work to do there. So that will be subsequent episodes when I can share that. Number 7, and this is a big one. I have absolutely no food cravings. I can go to a football party, a birthday party. I can go anywhere out to dinner, and I don't feel like I have to have a dessert after I eat. I also don't stare at the cake or the cookies or any of the really fun meals that we have at our football parties. And that's a big deal, because it tells me that this is a very sustainable way to live my life, and that I can do carnivore for a long term, as opposed to something where I felt like I was getting to the end of my rope after a long period of time being on a certain diet, where I just felt like I was going to crack. And now I don't feel that. So that's a big deal, and I'm very happy with that. And number 8, I have increased core stability. I'm finding that I'm able to do a lot more with my patients in regards to core stability, like planks and any of our what we call flexion series, things that require core strength. I am able to contract my abs. I can able to hold a pose a lot longer than I used to. And this is basically telling me that my visceral fat is way down. My muscles in my abdomen are getting a lot stronger, especially eating so much protein that I do. I don't believe that I'm fully there, and I need to really start a regular workout, because my back tends to hurt a little bit after a long period of time carrying a backpack. But that's a story for another day, and it will be something that I look into in one of our future episodes with Chris J. Dunn, who is going to talk about exercises for the thru-hiker. Number 9, I have reduced medication dependency. I don't really know if that's the right term, but I take Coumadin because of some blood clots that I had several years ago. Because of this, I have to, monitor my dosage. I have my own little CoaguCheck monitoring machine. And I've noticed that the cleaner I eat, less, like, because carbohydrates are gone out of my diet, I don't have I'll call it the push down on my number, where my blood wants to, get to a clotting state. I don't have that push down, and I can take less medicine to get in the proper range. It doesn't really save me a lot of money, because my medicine, I think, is $15 for 90 days supply. I don't know if you're familiar with Coumadin or warfarin, but it was originally intended as a rat poison, so it's very inexpensive. I have improved dental health. That's number 10. My teeth are cleaner, and I feel less buildup on them during the day. They stay cleaner, and it's just so much easier to take care of. That's all I got to say about that. Number 11, I have what's called enhanced intermittent fasting. I'm not very hungry during the day, and then at night I get hungry for dinner, but I do eat a lunch. I do have a coffee, and currently with a couple 3 creams in them, which is 4 grams of sugar. I know that. I have to find a way to buy my own heavy cream, and that will eliminate the sugar from my diet, that 4 grams a day. However, it still lengthens my eating window from a fasting state. But again, I can go with black coffee. I just don't like the taste. And I'll continue to work on that. So no haters out there, cream haters. I have less peripheral edema. That's a big term for swelling in the legs. Because of my many years with blood clots, or several blood clots many years ago, my legs would swell up. And now they are very clean from the swelling standpoint. I even can see more veins in my legs and in my feet. I also am starting to get more veins in my forearm. This little guy is a lot better than it used to. I used to go to the doctor and they tried to draw blood, and I was so puffy, and I felt so bad for the phlebotomist trying to take my blood that she would just kind of poke all around it and then eventually find a vein. But yeah, it wasn't pleasant for her. Now I feel I have veins that are starting to pop out. You can't really see them right now, but they're getting there. I feel I don't know what that is, other than the diet is helping to strengthen my veins and make them pop out. Anyhow, number 13, I have increased satiety. And this goes along with the intermittent fasting and the length of time it takes to go from one meal to the next. But after I eat, especially after like a big steak, I feel like I get this like slow burn in my stomach where it just, I can tell hours after, 2 to 3 hours after I've eaten, that I'm just still comfortable. It's a very comfortable state to be in. I don't get periods of grogginess from it. I used to get really sleepy after a meal. That doesn't happen. And it's something that I'm going to continue to enjoy while it happens. If it goes away and I don't feel that way anymore, then, I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Number 14, I have low blood pressure and resting heart rate. My doctor visit about a month ago, they checked my blood pressure. It was 114/78, and unsure if you know what that means, but that's really good for somebody that's 57 years old. And it has been in the 130s when I would go to the doctor. And one time, I believe it was in the 140s, and they got concerned. But now it's 114/78. My resting heart rate for the first time in years is below 60. I believe I got it down to 54 one morning when I checked, which is pretty good for a regular person. An endurance athlete, absolutely not. But for a 57-year-old who finally is starting to lose the weight, and by the way, I'm down 43 pounds. My last visit, or my last check-in, at 100 days, I was down 40 pounds. So I've lost 3 pounds in 25 days. I'm not too concerned with that. I will have a video on how I'm going to get past this baby stall. But again, I'm not worried. It's 1 pound a week. So I'm still doing okay. It's just really the weight loss that slowed down. That's why my key takeaways for this are non-scale victories. There you go. Number 15, my last and favorite non-scale victory is how my clothes are fitting. So as far as that goes, I have gone from a 40 plus inch waist to a 35-inch waist. I actually don't have any of the pants that I once wore at 40 plus, but I do have some 38s, and I'm going to show you how those fit, and I'm going to show you what the belt looks like that I wore for my when I was that heavy. These are the pants. These are 38s. You probably can't see me, but you can see, hopefully, these pants. The belt is something that kind of tells a different tale, so to speak, where this is where I was, like a hula hoop. That's where I was only in April. So you get that idea. I have some shirts that I want to put on. This is an extra large that I'm putting over a t-shirt, and as you can tell, it's pretty large. Here's a shirt that I have. This shirt, I couldn't even put it on. And now, as you see, it is way out here. It was, well, it was buckling on me. So these are some of the tops and bottoms that I was wearing. And now, as you can see, these are way too big for me, too blousy, as they would say. But I do want to show you the jackets, because I think that's where, as a thru hiker, I need to find the appropriate jacket. Here is last winter's extra large. There we go. Last winter's extra large. That was tight on me. This is the jacket that I have been wearing on my little hiking escapades. I don't know if you noticed in my videos how big it has gotten, but again, I was here. now it's very blousy and fitted, or not fitted, it's too big. And my final jacket, a friend of mine bought me this years ago, and I wear it as my puffy. And this was tight, and now now it's just super big. So I hope that helps to give a visual on my weight loss and my non-scale victories. Let's get this set back up. But as someone who wants to hike the Appalachian Trail, I'm still quite a bit heavy to get started. I weigh roughly 192 pounds. I'm 5'4" and will continue to lose weight. Hopefully I get down to about 160, 165, which is 30 pounds in 4.5 months. Should be doable. If I get to 170, I'll be happy. Anyhow, as always, smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and happy hiking.